I think for me, participating in Panache, and this is, I don't know, I've been on my job like almost 10 years. And I think is the willingness for not only the researcher, but Kate and the research team to include the diversity of voices to be heard and to implement future programming or research for programs that could affect change in many different populations. So that's something that is why I have kept involved in Panache, which I appreciate because I don't see it every day. I think not only the diversity, but the location. So I think everybody participating that takes into consideration your location and your access to resources and how do you see yourself accessing services as you get older is something that I think is very useful, especially for northern or rural communities that I appreciate it. And just bringing, I think something that I really like about Panache was bringing everybody together as opposed to silos. It's like, oh, the northern people have like their thing, but like in every chance that the team could, we will bring everybody together. So it formed these, at least for me, like I got to meet people from Sudbury, I got to meet people, from like the Halton region, and how we're working, how we're engaging clients that are like older adults. How was the difference between Toronto and other parts of the province? I think they're putting boxes, right? It's like after a certain age, a lot of the time what I hear is like, oh, if we're going to like a social group, it's kind of like, oh, knitting or reading. And then all I hear is like, I still want to go back there when I had groups, like I want to go to Woody's and have a beer. I want to go to a party. Like I don't need to knit. I don't need to. So it's just kind of like being placed in these boxes because of the age and also not being able to access certain services because of age, because you either are aged out or you're too young. So it's like we don't know where to fit. And as well, a lot of information around transitioning out of ODSP into all age security, as well as how to work with investments and how does CPP work. And then what if you have to, after years that you've been on ODSP, maybe now you look at yourself, I want to reintegrate myself into the workforce. What does that look like? So I think a lot of practical supports in terms of that, of income supports, it's a lot of the things that I've noticed. And a lot of things too is like, I keep hearing that there's no proper, not prop, I don't want to say proper support, but like established support for older adults in the ASO sector. Yeah, I think something that I've done differently, because I think the first time I went to a Panache meeting, that was the first time that I kind of was asking, it's like, what do you need? Like I'm not 45 plus, I don't intend to be, but I'm in a position that I could help, and then create something. So I think just listening and then learning, I think is something that I have incorporated like more in terms of like history for the young persons, and then just more intergenerational dialogues. That's why everything has happened. And I think too, I've learned the interest for older adults to be involved in CVR, which I didn't know.